Welcome back to the August edition of What's Up Stratford. Joining me next is Gary Wreford. He is on the Dragon Boat Festival. Gary, thanks so much for joining me.
Well, thank you very much for your interest. I'm glad to be here.
Well, in general, first, let's start out. Tell us about the Dragon Boat Festival and the history involved in it.
Well, the Dragon Boat Festival started in 1996, result of one of our Rotary members, a guy by the name of Kevin McCann, his brother-in-law, Ken Jean, had come back from a dragon boat race, and it intrigued him. Dragon boat racing at that time was really quite new in Canada. And they talked some people into actually for the Rotary Club into bringing forward the $5,000 to $10,000 that was required to do the initial investment. And every year since then, including that year where they made over $10,000, we've had the event with the exception of the 2 years of the COVID break. But each year I think, better and better. The competition is stronger. The village is more interesting. The beer is really good. And the race of 40 teams is just incredible.
Well, 40 teams, you got at least 20 people in a boat. Like, how many people show up for this event?
Well, first of all, you have about this to that, you have 800 people, plus there's a steels person and a drummer for most. We figure we have over 1,000 people in the boats if you include everybody type of thing. And they're friends and family, et cetera, and so forth. We have over 100. I think last year we went up to a high of 130 volunteers. Most of them Rotarians, but not exclusively, a lot of family and friends. And then we have, of course, the spectators, and we have lined both sides of the river many times with, well, two or 3,000, I think, is the normal guess we have, but it truly is a guess, just how many people come out to this. It is the premier event of the year. What happens is it's the end of the year. It's September. It's a month away, September 13th. You've had a whole year of dragon boat racing where they competed against each other, and now they want to settle that. Who is the best?
Settle the score. Okay, this is a massive event. People don't realize all the things, and it literally is like a concert, an orchestra coming together. Tell us about all the threads that come together to make this thing happen.
Well, there's a whole bunch of things that happen here. First of all, this is a history of this thing, which we just talked about. But there's an incredible community building kind of thing that happens as a result of this. The money that we originally contributed allowed us, the Rotary Club, to be confident to build things like the Rotary Hospice Center and the Stratford Perth, the Rotary Center, the Stratford Perth Hospice, and stuff like that. But it's a sport, and it brings together, as I say, these 40 teams which practice a lot and compete a lot, and actually produce an event that is one of the premiers in Canada, and it's fun. It's really fun. And of course, there's a piece of it that is very, very touching. The dragon boating has attracted people recovering from a terrible disease, breast cancer. And every year we have a breast cancer ceremony. Last year, over 200 carnations were dropped into the river in recognition of family and friends who had been lost or who had succeeded in overcoming the disease. We also have, as I say, a lot of fun. I was involved in the first year race. First year this thing happened in 1996. And it brought together, in an IT shop, you have an operations group and a development group. And they seldom get together except to implement change, which doesn't always go right. So it's a chance to really build together. So you got this team building that keeps on building. And that same team building has been what's happened as the Stratford Dragon Boat has occurred through the years. We've added more people along the way, more people are knowledgeable about it, that come to it specifically to watch it. And it's just fun. It's
That's
fun.
awesome.
But it's a team of people behind it. It's like, I think the last time we counted, there's 250 tasks that have to be completed before the event. And there's a steering committee and an executive committee that just make it happen. And they make it seem easy, but I'll show you it's not.
So, Gary, tell us how you put fun back in fundraising. How much is this, the cumulative, just a net amount after all the expenses are that we've given back, the Rotary Club's given back to the community?
Well, it was interesting. I guess it was 2018. You sort of pause before you start each year and you go, my gosh, do I really want to do this? And so you worked at it very quickly and started to realize that we were raising money. And our great treasurer, Ralph Robinson, got back to me very quickly. And at that point in time, we'd had about 800,000. And so I challenged the club to raise $1 million within the next 5. And the club and all the people involved, and there's a lot of people involved, right, rose to the occasion and raised $1 million, We're now north of $1 million in profit. And that's invested directly back into the city and the facilities around us, which has been excellent. Last year, we had an incredible year. We raised $59,670. That was the best year ever, actually. And this year, of course, it sets the banner really high, but we'll try.
Well, if you're watching, get out on September 13th to the village, and there's also lots of food. And as Gary said, there's great beer and there's wonderful entertainment. Gary, thanks for putting on. I know you're one of, as you said, 140 volunteers to make this such a successful event. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, and thank the various many sponsors we have in the city of Stratford for hosting us.